So with Genesis Elijah, long time coming, a very long time coming. How did this collaboration with Krate Krusaders come about?
Basically, when I first kind of got back into what I was doing, kind of got back into the rap thing, my plan was to kind of just get a couple of shows together and try to get my name out there again. And I was trying to build a tour. I just started a clothing line called This Is My Hustle. And I was trying to do a This Is My Hustle tour. That flopped. But what came out of it was like a good thing, because I got a phone call from this guy called Top Sweetman, one step in the building. And he was like, do you want any help, like putting shows together? And I was like, yeah, definitely, bro. Like, I'm dying right here, man. I'm trying to get shows and no one's taking any notice, no one's getting back to me. And it's just hard, and at the time I had no manager either, so no agency, nothing. My agency dropped me because I was lazy, I didn't talk to no shows or anything. But I didn't want to rap then, innit? So whatever. So yeah, man, we got together, trying to hook up shows. He was like, I'll tell you what we'll do, yeah? To raise profile for the show, we'll do like an EP, we'll put an EP together. And the EP was before I was famous, and then it was 5 tracks we done, and I was like, you know what, let's add some more and make it an album, because it kind of dragged on a little bit, and things had kind of changed. I put a video out, I put out I'm Doing It, and so the profile was raised a bit more. We started getting more shows and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's how it just came together, man. We just, like, he played me some of his beats, and I was like, oh, it's alright, man. And then we just put the album together, and it kind of just sounded right. So, yeah.
What have you learned about yourself in between those albums?
I don't even know, man. Like, I guess you grow as a person, innit? And I tell you what, you learn not to care what anybody else thinks, and you understand that people's opinions about you mean less than you think, or less than you thought they did, and you understand that people's perception of you isn't as important as you think. And to be fair, most times when you're thinking people are thinking about you, they're not. They're getting on with their own lives, innit? So just do you. Don't worry about what people are going to think about your music, about how you are, how you dress, what you do. Just do your thing. Some are going to like it, some aren't going to like it. That's life, innit? And I think when I first put out the first album, I was very conscious of how I would come across. So I was trying to show only one side of myself.
Yeah.
So if you listen to Depp on Road, it does go on a journey, but it's a very guarded journey. So we start off on the road, and then we start off on the harsh side of things, and we talk about on the road and doing what we're doing, and then we come through, but we still, even when we end up here, you don't really see a lot of the human side of me. Whereas on this album and on a lot of the new stuff, you'll see a different side of me, because I'm at that point in my life where I really don't care what you think of me, like good or bad. It makes no difference to me, to be honest. So I can talk about things that I wouldn't talk about before. So I could talk about me and my missus breaking up. I could talk about being broke. I could talk about, you know what I mean, living with my girl's mum, like at her parents' yard, having no money, all that kind of stuff. I can talk about that now, because it's just life, innit, that everyone goes through, and I know it's whatever, innit. So I think that's what's changed where I was then and where I am now.
I see the video, I'm doing my damn thing. I was like, okay, he don't care now. He's let his inhibitions go. He's just gonna do him and not worry about what anyone else does. And I think that younger guys in this game pay attention to too much about what people think about what they're doing and not doing themselves. And I think that kind of, in some ways, stagnates their own creativity, because they're too busy thinking about what's this guy gonna say, and you're not doing yourself, and you're not growing creatively.
That's true, man. But if you look at the young guys, that really make it, they're the ones who have their own lane and they do what they want to do in it. So you look at any of the artists that you can look at and you can say, right, what these people are doing is they're kind of leading the way, and the reason they're leading the way is because they're doing what they want to do. That's it. And you can look at anywhere. You can look at the US market. You look at what Lil Wayne does.
Yeah.
That's his own thing, innit? He's nuts. He just does his thing, and like people love that about him. And that's like Nicki Minaj. Come on, man. She's a nutcase. She does her thing, and everyone loves that, because it's like she's doing her thing. And it's like when you're in a situation where you're guarded and you're like, people can sense things, man. So when people think you're not being yourself, they're not feeling it. When they know, you know what, this guy, he's real, innit? This girl, she's real. She's just doing her thing, and that's where the trust comes in. And to be fair, before you can really be a fan of someone and be a supporter of someone and like their music, you have to like them as a person.
Yes.
And you have to be able to relate to that person, and you have to see a human side to them. And you see a lot. It happens with everything, man. In entertainment, in sports, whatever. Something will happen to someone. You'll be like, you know what? That's a human right there, man. I can relate to them a little bit more. And it's the people that we don't know about that are all cagey. Like, let's go back here. Let's be real. Everyone be real right now. Back in the days, Michael Jackson, everyone was like, oh, I don't know about that. He's locked up in his cage. He's playing with monkeys and shit. Like, you know, we know about him, innit? And that is why all the madness was happening, because people were just thinking, we don't know about this guy. We don't trust him, man. So when anything comes out about him, you're like, well, it could be true. I don't know what he does. What he does locked up in Neverland. And that's the kind of thing. Whereas artists like that have it all on the line, like artists like Tupac, it's all there, innit? You saw everything. Artists like DMX, you see it all, man. Yeah. And you're like, you know what? I feel you, man. I feel you. And so it can be a double-edged sword, but I think, yeah, that's definitely the way to go, man.
One word, Genesis. One word to describe you.
Passion.
Nice. Passion. Yeah, some people get stumbled on that question, so I have to just throw the curveball there, you know.
Nah, I think I'm passionate about what I'm doing, about everything, man. I'm very obsessive in what I do. Whatever I do, I want to be the best at it, and I'm passionate about it. It doesn't matter, man. Whatever you want to talk about, or whatever I've done, I've always made sure that that's what I do, because I'm just focused on that. I don't do a lot of other things. Like I'm a kind of person. I never played a lot of sports, because if I wasn't good at it, I ain't playing it. You're not gonna beat me at anything. You know what I mean? And if I think you're gonna beat me at tennis, I ain't playing tennis. What's the point? What's the point in playing tennis? I do my things in it. And so that's the way it is. I rap now. I make music now, and that's what I'm focused on. And so I'm passionate about what I do, and I'm focused on what I do.
Nice. What's this album bringing to the table to make people go, I'm gonna go fuck with that album, I'm gonna buy that album? What's it bringing to the table that's gonna make people go listen to it and buy it?
Do you know what? There's two sides of it, yeah? Because a lot of people who listen to, there's certain people, if I mention certain names, yeah, that's gonna get a certain crowd, the ears are gonna prick up. So if I mention like Rodney P, if I mention Roots Maneuver, Ty, there's certain people that they're like, yeah, that's the era, innit? Like when those names were like, well, actually those names are still big now, but when those names were coming up here, that sound of the music, like that's the kind of sound we're bringing. At the same time, yeah, if I mention like, well, I'm not even gonna mention any new MCs, but at the same time, lyrically, we're coming with hard bars, innit? So like, you can put me with any MC, yeah, any MC that's doing it right now, and we can spit back to back, and we're gonna go at it. Like, you can't say there's no one that's doing it that I think will destroy me in a lyrical battle. It won't happen, because you know what I mean, I'm a lyrical person, and I've got bars, and I can flow at any beat in it. So no matter what kind of music you listen to, if you like lyrics, you want a lyrical person, that album's for you. If you're looking for the old school sound as well, the album's for you. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted though, the new school stuff's coming, in it. But right now, we're just taking you back, because a lot of people, they forget their foundations. And that's why I picked up certain names on the album, yeah? Like Moorish Delta 7. Like, everybody knows Malik now, because Malik's up there, Malik's doing his thing, yeah? But we're taking it back, like when Moorish Delta 7 were coming up, like MSI and Asylum, you know what I mean, 57th Dynasty, that era, you know what I mean? Like, people forget that these are the people that made it possible for what we're doing to happen. And so that's you know what I mean, that's where this album fits in, because no one else is really ready for them yet.